Hello, welcome back to Talk is Cheap. I'm Matthew, your host, and this is episode 2. And I'm just here to give you my 2 cents on everything. Isn't that just wonderful and beautiful? It's a bit of a downgrade, mic wise, if you couldn't tell. Cause, everybody in my class that this is the project for just needed a podcast kit with mics this weekend. So, yeah, I bought this for $25 on Amazon. Go Amazon. Go Amazon. I know that's right. But yeah, so I'll just be using this the whole episode. I also am wearing a better outfit compared to last episode, as you can see, because, last episode it was really busted and my bare dogs were out. I sincerely apologize for having my bare feet out. I have socks on now, so you don't have to see my bare feet. Anyways, let us get into today's episode. My episode for today is just music, more specifically K-pop, because that's what I really love. I love K-pop. That is probably my most listened to genre, besides Pink Pantheress as a whole. That's my queen right there, Pink Pantheress. But yeah, the first thing I have here is how I got into K-pop. Um, so it was definitely 2019, I think, during the pandemic when I had nothing else to do. So I was kind of just browsing the internet and I come across this group called Stacy, spelled Stayc, Stacy. And I think it stands for Stars to a Young Culture. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. But they had just debuted. It was either 2019 or 2020, and I was so obsessed with their debut song So Bad, which is what it's called, So Bad. It wasn't so bad. It was called So Bad. It was great. Go listen to it if you don't know, if you are not in the Stacy realm. But that was my introduction to K-pop, and I was obsessed ever since because I had just been listening to regular pop and a lot of alternative music. It's mostly pop and elements of other things mixed into it. I can't get into the heavy metal and shit. It's just not for me. If I'm listening to a song, the way the song is makes me feel that way. So if the song is sad, I'm gonna feel sad. So I usually need a happy song always, so I feel happy. And during that time, during COVID, every group wanted a vintage aesthetic. Twice's I Can't Stop Me, and what else? Mago by G Friend. I forget. It was a song by Rocket Punch. I think it was Ring Ring or something. And literally every group was just obsessed with vintage and 70s vibes. It was just the trend of the time, I guess. But I feel Stacy really set themselves apart because they had it was very futuristic-y girl crush, but also very lover vibes, very cutesy. Um, so that's what kind of set them apart. But also, I got introduced to Twice, and those are my girls. Twice is my number one group, forever and always. I love Twice, and I'm actually seeing them in February. So I'll be seeing you guys in February, and my outfit's gonna be so cunt, so cunt. I cannot wait. And I'm seeing Stacy on Tuesday, this Tuesday, as I'm filming this on October 18th. So I'll be seeing them the 21st, and I will be skipping my night class for that, but it's fine. That class is really boring, really boring, really boring. So yeah, I've just been in the K-pop scene ever since, and I've kind of just been obsessed with it. Let me pull up my Spotify because I feel that'll help me here. So yeah, another group is G Friend. Some lore on G Friend. After Mago, their company decided that they needed to be disbanded immediately. And the members didn't even know until the news told them. So yeah, they got randomly disbanded, and 3 of the members turned into a group called Viviz. Let's see, Girls' Generation, the OGs. They set the standard for every group, every girl group ever, and they are just legendary in the K-pop scene. aespa too. I love aespa. They have a very futuristic concept, and they have lore. They have a lot of lore, which I don't know all of it. So I'm not gonna get into that. I won't be getting into that. No, thank you. A lot of Twice. Love Twice. Love Twice. Love Twice. Same with Stacy. They're fourth gen groups. If you don't know, there's different generations from the beginning of K-pop, because K-pop's very recent. It only started in the 90s. So that was from the 90s to the early 2000s was Gen 1, and then from the early 2000s to mid 2010s was second gen, and then mid 2010s to I think it was 2018 or 2019 or something was third gen, and then from 2019 to probably right before 2025 was fourth gen, and then every group that's debuted in 2025 and are fifth gen groups. And I think we're still currently in the fifth gen. But yeah, NewJeans, shout out NewJeans, RIP NewJeans, RIP NewJeans, RIP NewJeans. They were real ones. They made great music, and they're doing a whole legal battle with their company and their advisor and stuff and their manager. It's a lot. It's a lot of lore. Le Seraphim. I saw Le Seraphim in September. They were so good. Love Le Seraphim. Their music is very girl crush, very I'm fearless. I think that's their whole concept because Le Seraphim is an anagram for I'm fearless, and that's their whole thing. They're always trying something new, being very fearless. Kiss of Life. I used to listen to them, but then they did this live where they were very racist, and so they're kind of cooked. And all of their fans were international fans too from the US. So they low key lost all their fans. Isn't that crazy? And two of them are from the US too. So they knew damn well what they did was stupid. And yet they still didn't. And now they're probably gonna go broke. It was their own fault. XG is another one. They're not really a K-pop group. They're a global group, but comprised entirely of Japanese members, girls from Japan. And they're such a powerhouse group. They have vocals, they have the rap, they have the dance, they have the visuals. They're just everything. They're everything. Same with Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye is also a global group, but they're made of girls from around the world. Um, and they're amazing. I love Cat's Eye so much. I love Cat's Eye and XG so much. They're really pushing boundaries as of right now. NMIX is another group. They're under the same company as Twice. They are a vocal powerhouse, so good. They just released their first full album. So good. Their vocals are amazing, and each member can dance really well too. But yeah, a lot of these groups, they make really good music, but low key, they're kind of mid. The members don't really have full-fledged talents, which I can understand not being strong in a bunch of aspects and only being strong in one aspect. But when you're good at nothing, when you have no strong quality as a performing artist, why did your company decide to debut you? No shade, no shade, no shade. But I just don't get it. These companies are really trying to push out groups and debut them just so they can get money instead of actually training talent and developing talent to make good music. Because a lot of this music that K-pop is putting out, mid, mid, so mid, so mid. There's only really a handful of groups that are actually doing music correctly. So yeah. Let's see. Another one of my talking points is just K-pop entering the global market. I I think it's all thanks to Psy. If you don't know Psy, he's the dude who did Gangnam Style, and that blew up around the world. I was dancing to Gangnam Style, even though in the same sentence I would say I hate K-pop. And I think Psy paved the way for everyone, even global groups. He paved the way for everybody in the K-pop space to be recognized not only in the US but across the world. Anyways, so I have written here the New Jeans effect. So the New Jeans effect To me, what I consider the NewJeans effect, because NewJeans had such an impact when they debuted on all of K-pop. They were so popular. They had no teasers at all. They just pushed out MVs and they got so popular. And they had this super fresh concept, very Y2K, very cool girl, very just very fresh and vibrant, and something that wasn't really seen in K-pop beforehand. And a lot of it stems from Black American culture, but I digress. And just everybody was copying New Jeans, and they still are. And everybody's trying to New Jeansify their songs and make it fresh and cool and vibrant and Y2K. New Jeans definitely had an impact on the industry, and not even just the K-pop industry. I mean, the global music industry. They were popular worldwide, which is why I said R.I.P. New Jeans. They really had it going for them, and they wanted to ruin it all. On a side tangent, not related to K-pop, but still music, I love Pink Pantheress, and she put out her mixtape, Fancy That. So good. So good. And she just released a remix album with all of her songs from Fancy That with a bunch of features. So good. So good. I love Pink Pantheress. I'm gonna show off some of my albums. Alright. I have one. I have one. Ugh. So here I have the aespa Dirty Work album. It might be hard to see, but it's just a cool little case. The only reason I bought it low key is so that I can use it as a wallet, which I actively do use it as a wallet. This is aespa's Savage. This was their first mini album, and this is just so iconic. I love the concept of their photos. This whole concept was so cunt. Ugh, they ate down so hard. I don't know if you can see it from the distance. And it's just, this is just everything to me. Most albums come with little things that you can collect and stuff. Yo, are these low-key temporary tattoos or are they stickers? I think these might be temporary tattoos. The CD, posters, all K-pop albums usually also come with photo cards. Also, Le Seraphim, probably my third girl group after Twice and Stacy. But this is hot. This is, I think, their latest mini album that they came out with a couple months ago. And it's comprised of two things: the photo book and the actual thing. And these concept photos are just everything to me as well. If you've ever seen the trend where you have makeup where it looks like you got sunburned, they did that with the word hot on their chest. And it just looks so good. This is so, I love it. I love it. And the concept photo on the back too. The group photo on the back. So good. Here I have some Twice merch. I have a lot more Twice albums. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6 Twice things. But these are my most recent, and this one is special to me. So this I got at a launch event for their album that I was just talking about. It's just a little hand fan, and I might bring it to the concert with me to be woo, 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 you know? But it's just so cute. I love the concept photo, and it's in the shape of a heart, and it's just cute. And it was free, so I love free things. As you would guess by the name of this podcast, Talk is Cheap, because I am cheap. But this album was their With Youth album. Their, what was this? 13th mini album released last year, I think. But my one friend gave this to me for my birthday, and I was just so ecstatic. I loved it, and I was very grateful. And this concept was very cute too. It's very chill, very relaxed. I love the colors on the back. I don't know if you can really see it that well from over here. And from this album, One Spark and Bloom and Rush. Those songs were fire. Absolutely fire. Here is a Cat's Eye cup sleeve. This is the only Cat's Eye merch that I have. Literally the only Cat's Eye merch that I have, and there's nothing on the back. I got it for free at a launch event for their album, but I didn't buy anything because I'm broke. This is my bag. Hello, Vogue. What's in my bag? This is what's in my bag. No. But yeah, I have a photo card. This is Yunjin from Le Seraphim, and this is my favorite photo card ever. That's why I have it on my bag. So cute. It's so cute. And I love the holder too. I don't think it's anything from Le Seraphim. I actually think this card holder is an Espa character, but I don't really care. Let me find, because I asked my friend for her K-pop opinion. She said, I feel K-pop fans infantilize Korean or Asian artists and their music compared to American artists. I've literally heard people in real life say rap is too aggressive and overstimulating, and they literally listen to Stray Kids. Yeah, Stray Kids is buns. This obviously comes from the harmful stereotype that black people are aggressive, and K-pop fans are so quick to accept black music from non-black people because they see Asians/Koreans as more acceptable to them. Tell me why I saw someone say Jennie is better than the Nicki Minaj. Clock it. Clock it. I kind of said this earlier with NewJeans and the fact that it's really just black American culture, um, but in a more palatable way for the Korean audience and the younger audience. And I so agree with this. I so agree with this. Because the infantilization of K-pop artists is so crazy. These are grown ass, most of them are grown ass adults who can speak for themselves and have their own opinions. They do not need y'all babying them at all. It's so corny too. The comments and stuff on social media. And I've also seen people say rap is too aggressive, even though they listen to literal noise music. And it's obviously just racism, hidden racism. She ate that. Anyways, there's this group called Wooa. They're a girl group, and one of the members, her messages between her and somebody leaked, where she was hating on her fans and her whole group, and they were it was so funny. My fans are annoying and all this shit. And she was saying that the members were so fake and not who they were on stage, which is, we all know that these K-pop idols are not who they present to be on stage. But damn, she really just threw her members under the bus for real. And it was just so funny. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Oh my god. She literally said, I want to disband. No one wants to maintain the group. She literally said that two of her members, she literally goes, they're the ones who manage their image well, but are actually fucking awful in reality. That is crazy. She really threw her members under the bus. She's low key real for that. Her feelings are very valid, especially because her group is not as well known as many other groups. They just don't get the correct attention that they deserve. And Korean netizens can be weird. They're just so weird. So I understand. That just made me realize I know that idols are real people, but they really just be saying whatever. They just be saying whatever off stage. It's just crazy. And half the industry is racist and stuff. It's just so weird. Um Another one, this isn't really funny. um but the whole, because I was saying rip NewJeans earlier, the whole NewJeans controversy. So they had this creative director of the company that they were under named Min Hee-jin, and she is low-key notorious for doing pedo concepts. The vibes are very weird and not appropriate for the age of the idols who are doing this stuff. And she managed a lot of girl groups. Min Hee-jin had a dispute with the overarching company that um housed her company. So Hybe housed her company. Her company was called Adore, and they were having disputes. So Min Hee-jin ended up leaving, or I think they either forced her out of her position, or she did it voluntarily. But either way, I think NewJeans were low-key groomed by Min Hee-jin because they've known her since they were very, very little. And because of her past controversies, don't think anything positive happened from that. But that led the members of NewJeans to follow her and try to leave, even though they were still in contract with Hybe. And now it's this big controversy, and they're all going to court, and people are going to prison. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy. And NewJeans can't even make any music. They tried to rebrand and put out music, but I think the courts stopped them. So we're kind of just waiting for the final verdict to see if Minheejin and NewJeans were on the right or the wrong side of history. And it's just sad because NewJeans claims that they're being mistreated by Hybe staff and stuff. And I believe them, but also Minheejin, I don't know. It's very convoluted. I don't think the general public will ever know what truly happened in the situation between Minheejin, NewJeans, and Hybe. So we'll see if NewJeans can ever continue making music or not. I really hope they can continue to make music. Um, they were such a unstoppable force, and they deserve to be in the spotlight. But it is what it is. This episode was super boring because I didn't have a co-host with me, so it wasn't really funny. Oh, actually, you know what? I haven't done my cheap shot yet. What is my cheap shot? Hmm. Oh yeah, cheap shot, cheap shot. Netflix needs to stop canceling really good shows after the first season just to renew garbage shows for multiple seasons. I just watched Midnight Mass. It's only 7 episodes. That was so good. And I know there's not really, if you watch the show, by the end, there's not really much to set up a second or even a third season. But damn, that was really a short story. That was not even a series, that was a short story. What the hell am I going to do with 7 episodes? I watched the entire thing in one day. Today. One day. Oh my god. Wait, what was the show? I think it was Lockwood and Co. That show was so good. So good. And Netflix trashed it after one season. To produce a show that was basically the exact same thing. Just produce the same show. The show was already good. Why would you slash one just to make the exact same thing? But worse. It's so stupid. Netflix needs to up their game. That's why people don't use that's literally why people don't use Netflix anymore, for real. Because they keep putting hot garbage on their platform and nobody wants to watch it. And you can find better stuff on fucking Tubi. I love Tubi. Tubi. But yeah, I think that's really it for me. I don't really have anything else to say. So yeah, this was Talk is Cheap episode 2. Thank you for watching. Bye.